Kpop Demon Hunters is actually peak.
I was a ghost, I was alone.
Kpop Demon Hunters action adventure comedy of the year.
When you live each day like it's your last.
Except it's actually much more than that. I went into this at first thinking it was going to be cringe and ripping off the culture. One of those where they take the popularity of K-pop without actually knowing it, just to make some quick money. Spoiler warning, probably in the second half. If you haven't somehow seen the movie yet, go watch it now. Two beautiful broken souls coming together to save the world and themselves from the shame of their past struggles, becoming the best version of themselves and achieving what they really deserve, along with a bunch of other stuff, of course. I love how my girls really progress and grow as individuals and a group throughout the movie, embrace their personalities, differences, and understand that those are what make them so amazing and special.
But with the two of you, I mean something.
Music and the soundtrack. When How It's Done first played, I was like, wait, and then Golden entered the chat, and then I was actually like, wait, what am I experiencing right now? Later that day, I checked IG and I saw 24 posts on his story. That's when I realised why it's so good. It's made by actual K-pop producers, and not just any K-pop producers. We got 24 on here, and I have said many times before, the Black Label have the best producers in the game, and I am a big 24 fan. He is a consistent hitmaker. Adding to that, EJ, the singing voice of Rumi, writing pretty much most of these songs. It very much makes sense why the soundtrack is as good as it is. Easily my favourite movie film soundtrack of all time. Quick ranking segment of all the songs. 7, Your Idol. 6, How It's Done. 5, Free. 4, Takedown. 3, What It Sounds Like. 2, Soda Pop. And 1, Golden. I literally love all the songs on here. Don't be offended that Your Idol is at 7, okay? Whilst the songs keep the authenticity of sounding like K-pop, they simultaneously also have that movie style sound to them, in the sense they are very cinematic and just louder in general. But I think this strikes a perfect balance, and I feel like this is just one of the ways in which the film makes things seem very familiar to us as K-pop stans. How It's Done is very Blackpink inspired, let's be honest. You can really tell Teddy was there. The build up, the pre-chorus, YG style rap, the claps, the hits, the bridge. Although as well as the songs being familiar yet refreshing to existing K-pop stans, I believe that this is also a great introduction to the K-pop world in terms of music for people watching who weren't already fans. EJ contributes a lot to this movie. Her voice is literally insane. How she does that on Golden, I will never know. And I think the choices for the vocalist of the members is pretty much perfect. EJ, I really stand now. After all the work in the background, if you don't know, she has been involved in some massive K-pop songs, including a small song called Armageddon, I believe that's what it's called, I'm not sure. Here, she has come to the forefront to be the star that she was. The movie is actually K-pop, which shouldn't be surprising to me, but it was. In the intro, I mentioned, without knowing anything about the movie, I was skeptical, to put it nicely, about a K-pop themed movie, with the wrong assumption that it would be approached in a cringe, uneducated, money-grabbing way. However, this couldn't be further from the truth, representing both the artist and the fans in a genuine manner. Every aspect of the world of K-pop, in my eyes, was captured perfectly in a way that is relatable. The subtle things and the attention to detail really help the movie gel so well together. We have the broadcast shows, the TikTok challenges, the fan sign, the fucking shipping shirt, which had me dead. Photo cards in there even. These guys slept on the sidewalk overnight. Why is it calling me out like that? Although I haven't slept overnight on a sidewalk, that's for sure. Subtle or not so hints about fan wars. This guy switching sides, we all know one of these. One which stuck out to me was the choreography muscle memory. I feel like these are such like crazy or more niche references that you just wouldn't get if this was made by people who didn't give a fuck. I need to see Golden live. That is literally me every time I hear a new fucking song that I love.
Rumi's voice is so incredible!
You're my soda pop, Although with this being said, there was reportedly an Idol Star Athletics Championship scene, which was replaced by the fan sign event. I suppose that Isaac is more of a niche reference than a fan sign, and you actually have to know K-pop to know what that is. So it could be said that this makes the movie more accessible for a wider audience, although reportedly the scene was removed as higher executives didn't understand it. Sigh. Slightly disappointing, although the fan sign scene was still very good and funny. We also got the Meow Easter egg in there. When I first saw that, I was like, damn, Meow got the shout out of any group it could have been. Then it made sense obviously when I found out that Black Label produced a lot of the music, and Teddy and 24 just like, we'll do it if you promote our group. This all may seem like the bare minimum, but I don't see that as the case, and it would be very easy to just take generic aspects of the modern world and shove them into a movie with no context, and it just looks like a piece of shit some boomers put together to try and fit in with the kids these days. But the production team really got everything perfect down to the little details. A real piece of media that actually understands K-pop and idols alike. And is this the first movie actually based around K-pop like this? Because I don't know any others apart from this masterpiece right here. Am I right, guys? Best K-pop movie of all time. Both the story and characters, amazing. I am a Rumi bias for sure. I do not enjoy musicals. I love music, and K-pop is my favourite thing in the world. I love movies, but I cannot be fucking bothered with musicals and songs interrupting the story and flow every 2 seconds. But this is fucking fire. I'm actually blown away. Never did I think I would be making this video. I thought it would just be something that I put on in the background, as it has K-pop in the title, so I'm obliged to watch it, and then it ends up becoming my favourite movie and my favourite soundtrack. I was gripped from the very beginning and was emotionally invested straight away. Why did I feel a instant connection with Rumi? I love this character so much, and it has been a while since I've liked a fictional character to this level, battling her demons throughout, literally and figuratively. My little soda pop. She was born into this life, forced to do this with immeasurable pressure on her shoulders, but she needs and wants to break free and live life on her terms as well, whilst at the same time being grateful for it with her fans and ability to save people, as she is a good person. The whole time having to hide her marks, like JYP covering up Chaeyoung tattoos. Is this an actual reference, chat? With fear of being rejected by those closest to her. This movie itself is very self-aware and runs with it, which adds to how good it is. I didn't find it cringy at all, and I think those are just preconceptions about what this was going to be like, but it genuinely wasn't. It's funny, emotional and compelling, taking the piss out of the K-drama slow-mo. Very self-aware, very funny. Innuendo-filled soda pop. They really made Saji Boys that group. I actually got goosebumps when Jinu tells Rumi that she isn't a mistake. Like, that scene got me. Even the romance aspect of the movie are just on point, and then to follow that scene up with Free, the duet I didn't know I needed. This is my favourite movie of all time. I love it so much. My favourite scene is when Rumi is performing Golden at the end of year awards, as it seems like this is the first time we see Rumi happy and accepting herself, even if she hasn't revealed her marks yet. And I really think that Golden is a song which fits the Huntrix girls perfectly. They manifested their ending before it even happened. Rumi accepting her marks, and my personal favourite lyric from Mirror. Like, Mirror really has some iconic lines. Now that's how I'm getting paid, like, so real. I love that for you, Mirror. But this scene also sends a wave of nostalgia through my body, taking me back to hearing my favourite songs in concert and seeing my favourite groups for the first time with my light stick, and it is just overwhelmingly emotional. This is a rare time where a movie has done this for me, as not only is the story and the movie itself this good and emotional, but also connect with you on such a personal level as well, only to be dragged straight back down again 2 seconds later. However, we do get the rejuvenation back when all my girls come together for the final showdown. A sequel of this would be amazing, as long as we get the same musicians, artist, production team behind it. I wouldn't want the mainstream success of it to mean the generic Western movie tropes take over such a wonderful movie and world and concept that captures the subgenre so beautifully. Finally, special shout out to Bobby, who is the real MVP.
I love my girls!
Don't we all, Bobby?